Or coming up picking up meat is what you said.
Yes, it was a meat raffle.
Meat good.
Yeah. And so we may have to do something like that with one of our fine sponsors and raise some dollars and see if we can get people to buy some tickets and win some meat. Because, listen, we talked about it yesterday, getting ready for Thanksgiving next week. It is going to be all about the turkey and all about the sides. But I had never seen a meat raffle before. So if any of you were watching last night with the Maction, definitely let us know. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. All right, so we got to get into a handful of things. Coming out of yesterday, Leon, was the practice report from Wednesday with the injuries that the Jaguars need to be looking at and thinking about. And there were a couple cats that did not participate. But by and large, you had a whole bunch of guys that were in limited participation, including Brenton Strange, including Brian Thomas Jr. The two cats that did not practice were Trayvon Walker and Yasir Abdullah. And so Trayvon, you hope it's all right. It's a Wednesday deal. It looks like he should be back at least in a limited role today practicing, but you have a bunch of other guys. So we look from last week to this week. We did our Campo and Joe podcast with Dave Campo earlier today on the social channels, and he'll be on with us tomorrow. But it's traveling with that defense, traveling with that run game. How much can you count on that? And how much can you expect the crowd noise to be a factor that might get in the way of what was a pretty clean game without a lot of flags?
Well, here's the question. Even Coach, I'm going to allude to this, what Coach Ingrid says. Mm-hmm. Can you trust them?
Yeah.
That's the key.
Question.
Can you trust them? I mean, this back and forth, win one, lose one, win one. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster, absolutely. But the thing I do like what the Jaguars have done this season is that they've extinguished narratives about going to the West Coast. Couldn't win on the West Coast, lose on the West Coast, but they've done it back-to-back times against the Niners and the Raiders. So listen, on the way, I'm expecting them to do the same. I'm expecting them to go on the West Coast and get it done. Absolutely get it done. If you bring that defense, you bring that running game to the Cardinals, I think you win the game. Absolutely, you win the game. Mm-hmm. But I got to see it though. I got to say, it's too many times Matt Hayes knows this. I've jumped in the deep end of the pool.
Many times.
Many times, you know.
Sure. Look, if there's reason to be excited, be excited.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I'm looking at right now. You're talking about a team that has lost 7 of 8, okay? How juiced could that place be? You're talking about a team that has lost back-to-back games by 20 points.
Yeah.
How juiced could that place be? Just get there, get a 2-score lead, and end it. End it. They think, all right, here comes another L.
How about a
Don't let them in the game.
Listen, I told you many a times when I played that this particular point in the season, near Thanksgiving, the fellas give you a call, Big Sirs, it's over, bro. I said, it's over, man. So, man, it's done, man. I'm trying to save my body for free agency. I said, bro, you got to play the game. I'm going to play Big Sirs, but I'm folding my tent.
I mean, they're 3-7. They're in a difficult division to move up in. Mm-hmm. They've got nothing good right now going for them. Nothing. Other than that upset of the Cowboys. How about the Cowboys, by the way?
Yeah.
Other than that upset at Dallas, they've got nothing good going for them since September.
Yeah, and that was another example of the Dallas defense just letting them down and letting Jacoby Brissett basically throw all over them with Marvin Harrison healthy, which he's not now, but he definitely had himself a game that night. And so, yeah, they are sideways. They ain't looking anywhere near they'd like to look.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. Take the ball. Mm-hmm. If you lose the toss, you're going to get the ball anyway. If you win the ball, you win the toss, take the ball.
Well,
go right down the field.
They did that early. It was successful, and then they did it, and it wasn't successful. So there's really no rhyme or reason or magic recipe that guarantees it. But I do like it. But at the same time, he went back to the defense this past week because he was challenging his defense to not do to basically take an entire game, improve that you are not what people saw you in the fourth quarter.
I get it. You know what you do this time? Line up in 12 personnel and just run it right at them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Look,
we're tougher than you. Here it comes. Stop it.
I'm all about it if that can happen. But and I believe it actually can. I believe that Liam has now reached a point where he can He can show you what you did wrong and what the result was. He can show you what you did right and what the result was. And I think you're getting to a point now, if they can maintain that, and now this is on the road, and we all know how important that is, but if they can maintain that and play smart, physical football, then the identity is starting to develop.
Keyword is smart. Absolutely. Keyword is smart. From last week, 1 penalty, 5 yards. I mean, you could have a little bit more because of the crowd noise, but you can't let first, I agree with what Matt says. Get up on them early. 14-0. They 14 games over. The crowd's out the game or whatever. Now you don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. But I want them to methodically move down the field, score points, get them out, put them out of their misery. I mean, you said they've lost what, 7 of 8 games as of sort?
Lost 7 of 8.
7 8 games. Man, that team is ready to walk. Don't give them a reason to run.
They've lost the last 2, each one of them by 20
Just
points.
kneecap them. You just put up 14, and they'll be done with it.
And just as like in contrast, the team they just beat was trying to win their 8th game of the season, trying to stay within a game of the AFC West leading Broncos to stay ahead of Kansas City and make it almost impossible for the Chiefs to win the West, which just sounds crazy when you say that. So that's the team they beat, a 7-win club, and now they got to dispatch a team that's lost 7 of their last 8. Sounds easy, right? Sounds easy. But are you going to get it done? All right, you guys jump in, 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Love talking ball with all of y'all, especially when it comes to the hometown team. And then we'll get into all the other storylines. The Lane Kiffin latest, I think it's become requisite on our show that we have to give you the latest. You know what else is requisite? One of our cats did say we can't start a Thursday show without Leon's Corona call. And so, Aaron, I know you're going to have it when we come back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed we will have it when we come back. It is XL Primetime on a Rebound Rehab Thursday. If you're looking for a team that can help you get back in the game, you need to trust the physical therapist. The entire group at Rebound Rehab, they have a dozen locations across the First Coast, can easily diagnose, identify a therapy plan, and get you feeling great again. Check out reboundrehab.com.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. After this week's game, 1010XL takes the show on the road. Join hacker Leon and Coach Gerald Ingram for the Window World of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Live from Hurricane Grill and Wings, Julington Creek, covered by Apex Roofing and Contracting.
Why wait all month long?
Get your Black Friday deal today at Keon Atlantic, your savings gateway. We've got 30 days of Black Friday.
During the Kia season of New Tradition sale event.
Drive a new Kia payment-free up to 6 months, or take advantage of 0% APR financing. Shop where you save green all November. Online at KeonAtlantic.com.
Keon Atlantic.
Your Coastal Kia Connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. Favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter,
We've got side-by-sides that work and play.
all right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Drafted by the Jags, built by the Gators, Chris Doran joins the drill with Dan and Jeff to talk college football with you. Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
Hey, Hickett here for Zero Res. It's Thanksgiving time, man. But listen, don't deal with the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters. Let the cleaning freaks do it. Get back to clean. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $149. A 4th room free with a canned food donation. Ideally, a full bag of cans, not just 1 or 2. Also, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Call my friend Zero Res right now, 28757, or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It spells the same.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Slow, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Cranking it out on a beautiful Thursday. The noon hour is hit. If you're out and about and taking us with you, we appreciate it. It could be on the app. You could be working from home. You could have us on the stream, working out, whatever it might be. We appreciate it. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and Aaron in there producing while JJ is at a high-level executive meeting. We'll find out how long that lasts. But Aaron's at the controls. We got it cranking, and we've been talking, at least kind of setting up what could be a very important game for the Jaguars. You say the last one was one of the most important ones. This one is as well, okay? Even though, like Matt just laid out, this team hasn't won a whole hell of a lot. They may pack it in like Leon's describing, but it's still a dang important game because if you don't follow success with more success, it completely throws away what you did this past Sunday. And I think that's the essence of when you start to get on a roll, that you can prove to yourself and to the rest of the league that you got something. You got something.
I don't know that important is the word. I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I think at this point in the season, when you've hit mid-November to late November, and you're among that group that you are in the projected playoff, I think every game, no matter where it is, when it is important.
Yeah.
It is a game where you're like, all right, not only is it important for us to stay the course and get in this thing, but now you're talking about the division title. Now you're talking about seeding. Because, again, I know where the Colts are. I know how good the Colts have played. We've gone over this. We'll go over it again.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule drastically changes for the Colts in November and December. And the schedule drastically gets easier for this team in the rest of November and December. And you're only 2 back. And you got 2 games against them still.
Yeah. You have.
So I think, for me, this game is like every other the rest of the way. Very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I keep maintaining it. It's important as hell.
Yeah, it is important because, like you said, their schedule's getting hard, ours getting eaten. And momentum is key. I mean, I've been in situations with the Steelers and the Jaguars where you win a game, you get healthy, and you win the game, and next thing you know, you're in a divisional race, and the next thing you know, you win the division and you're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not far-fetched for the Jaguars.
No, momentum also leads to confidence, does
Absolutely.
it not?
Yeah, you get yourself on a nice little roll, right before the playoffs, and then no matter who you play, they're in the way.
Yeah.
Because I've been there. I've seen it. I've been to I've been the 6th seed and had to go on the road and win a game at Buffalo, win a game in Denver, and then be in the AFC Championship game. I've been with the Steelers where we were 4-3. We got momentum. We next thing you know, we're in the Super Bowl. So there's keys. If you get a nice little roll and start beating people in the regular season, then the playoffs doesn't seem as difficult because you're beating the teams that you weren't supposed to be, so to say.
Yeah, and you have to be able to stack them up to be able to get to that point where you feel like you can take on anybody
yes.
any place. And I think that maybe is, like I said, I don't know if it's going to travel or not, but if you can see that defense in that run game travel, then you got something. And this team is still minus a handful of either the bigger names or everything that they were expecting at the beginning of this year, but they figured out a way, which was a huge point. That's for sure. All right, so let's get to the latest on Lane because that it's our job, okay? And it's the most talked about thing in a lot of college football fan circles because he, at the very least, can impact multiple teams with one decision, and that's basically what will happen with Lane Kiffin. He'll cripple a team that he's built great things for if he decides to leave. He will heavily damage the chances of either team that's pursuing him hot and heavy right now if he says no to one and yes to the other. So there's all these different tentacles to it.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
The playoff. Because the playoff, if he leaves, the committee could easily say it's not the same team. They won't take them out if they beat Mississippi State, but they could move them down.
But you're
to where
saying
to where they don't have a home playoff game.
Yeah. The way they view them.
Yeah, the way they view them.
He wouldn't do that, would he?
Not unlike what they did with Florida State. They lost their starting quarterback, and that was it. They're not worthy of the top four.
All right, so let's at least pair those two together. Are you going to say that losing the coach is just as crippling?
Yes.
Because obviously he's a very good coach. So if he does leave and someone else is coaching him, they are going to be less than they were.
I think it's just as crippling. I don't think it's enough to knock them out of the playoff.
Right.
But you can't ignore. Yeah, you can't ignore. At the end of the day, players win games.
Yeah.
So you can't ignore the 11-1 record they have. And this is the argument I'll make to Florida State fans forever, and they never agree with it, and they don't care. You lost your starting quarterback. It had nothing to do with Kirk Herbstreit or ESPN or anything. You lost your starting quarterback. Yeah, that's why they were not in the. That's why they were not in the playoff.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you're LSU in Florida and he bounces on the team in the playoffs, why would you want him anyway?
Well, I mean, they do. That's what they want. They want him to bounce
on his team that he led to the playoffs.
Yes, so he can start recruiting for them.
I wouldn't want him,
bro. It's cutthroat.
I'm just saying I wouldn't want him.
Why
would you want him?
Well, I would want him to take the team that
because
he constructed as far as you can go.
Because the idea is this is the last stop. Because if you're LSU or Florida, it's he's not going anywhere after this. So this is his. I mean, unless I guess he could go to the NFL.
Well, here's the thing. Listen. I'm not saying that Florida and LSU Florida and LSU shouldn't pursue him to get him out of that before they get to the playoffs. But I'm just saying, if you're in the playoffs and you bounce on your team, I mean,
if this were let's just say this was Alex Golish, okay, and USF was a lock for the playoff, and he's going to bolt and leave USF because he wants to go to Kentucky,
right?
All right. Then what you're saying, Leon, I think is kind of appropriate. If he does it to USF, he's going to do it to you, Kentucky, in 2 years.
Yeah, basically.
All I can think of is that you had a situation where you now have enough good has happened in your backyard that other people want to poach your coach. And so what he did has done a killer job. What Ole Miss has done for him has been killer as well, because they said, hey, we're going to find ways to find the NIL money that you need, because remember, there was a chance before that he could have gone somewhere else, and he ends up getting a pay raise. He ends up getting a little more in his recruiting budget, ends up getting a little more in the NIL. So they've done a lot for him to be successful, and obviously he's the guy who is still walking the sidelines, which makes Ole Miss a hell of a lot better. But you got to figure it out. If he leaves, what are you going to do, and how are you going to be able to keep it going?
And that's another. I don't know that these two programs, LSU and Florida, their fan bases are going to be devastated.
Yes, of course.
If he stays at Ole Miss or he goes to one of the others, they're going to be devastated. Because I've talked to many of my Florida friends, they don't have a number two. It's Lane Kiffin. There is no plan B.
So no matter who they bring in. If Lane goes somewhere else.
Right. No matter who else they bring in.
They don't like him. They won't like him.
They're not going to be happy with him.
Okay, so what's
They're certainly not happy with Drink,
Yeah.
which to me is so weird, like how these guys would not take Drink, considering what he's done at Missouri, people.
Yeah. I think what it boils down to is he doesn't look the part, and he ain't nearly as sexy as a selection as Lane Kiffin is. And
how doesn't he look the part? To me, he's almost like a young Spurrier.
Well, he might be, but there are plenty of people look at him and go, you know what, nerd. You know, he just doesn't, honestly, he just doesn't look, and that's what I'm saying. He doesn't necessarily look the part. I think he's a good coach. You asked the question yesterday, what will you feel emotion-wise if you don't get Lane and you end up with Drink? It won't drive me crazy that he's there. It won't drive me crazy that he's not.
I would fear for Drink. I really like Drink. He's a good dude. I think he'd get that job in a year and a half. He'd come in as, hey, let's go win, and then a year and a half he'd be beaten down by it, and that would be very depressing.
Depressing. I do feel like we have to get to the end road of Matt's. He'll be beat down by it, okay? Because it's just so.
I'm just going by recent history, man.
Right, but everyone has recent history of trying to find the right guy.
Not like that.
It ain't the only school that's. How many times? Do you want me to point out how many jobs have turned over in the 21st century? It's endless.
There are,
okay?
No doubt.
Endless.
No doubt.
And we had the discussion before. Alabama had to go through Destiny and Roll Tide Roll and spaghetti westerns and Dubose and a secretary before they finally got to. And Nick
Wait,
chose
what was spaghetti westerns?
Dennis Franchione. Okay, I have a lot of nicknames. But anyway, they had to go through all those guys before they finally got and I believe Nick chose them as much as they chose Nick. And because he had history, he had a resume, and he chose them. But just think, that is a storied program that went through everything that they went through.
You're right.
And, yeah.
Maybe Drink will go in there, and everything will go swimmingly.
And
He'll
really
break the string.
Let's go from Jimbo on in Tallahassee. Okay, that's two things that have not worked out nearly as well over time that you would have expected, right? Think of what's happened at Miami.
That's fair. Yeah.
Before you got to Mario, and Mario still has not.
Miami is the better.
Yeah, Miami still has not won a championship
between anyone because Miami's had how many?
Go post
coaches
Coker.
Gone through 5.
Let me say after Coker there was Randy Shannon, and then there was
Al
Golden, then there was Mark Ricks.
No, Manny.
Mark,
Ricks,
and then Manny.
Yeah, Ricks, and then Manny, and now Mario.
Yeah,
right. Now Mario's 5.
So honestly, this is everywhere, and I don't know whether it's
not everywhere, but there's definitely numerous examples, no doubt.
Yeah, and right now, do you think Steve Sarkis is feeling a little heat? Yeah. Answer's yeah.
I don't think so. They went to the playoff the last 2 years.
I know, but you still, and this is another example of the pressure cooker that it is, because he went to the playoff the last couple of years and still hasn't necessarily done what they believe he can do. He's done
That's
great
2 more times than Florida's gone to the playoffs.
Yes, he's done great things. Yes, he's done great things, but he's still, you want to talk about his pressure cooker? It's every time he sees red and black. He wakes up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat seeing red and black.
That's another thing, too. If Ole Miss beats Mississippi State, which, by the way, is not a given.
No, it's not.
In Starkville, and that rivalry is not a given.
No.
They win that game, they'll be in the playoff one more time than Florida's been in the playoff.
Mm-hmm. Or say you're just saying period because they will have finally gotten there.
Yeah.
No, that's real. That's why Florida wants to get back to where they believe they belong. And if Ole Miss does it, it's a huge accomplishment for them and for Lane Kiffin. But is that rinse and repeat? Is that doable every single year?
What if I told you if you don't get Herb, you don't get Kiffin, but you could get Herb, would you do it?
No, I would not. I talked to Cowboy Ron outside, and he even named Herb, and I'm like, you can't be wishing on old things. You just can't.
Get a general manager who knows how to get players.
He ain't the same.
You don't think he's the same?
I think there's enough evidence, and you guys let us know what you're thinking. 641-1010.
The trip to Ohio is the evidence. Is that what you're saying? That what you're using?
Yeah, that and
the kick in the kicker.
Yeah, well, allegedly. But the other, there's just not enough evidence that he can do anywhere near what he did before. I want someone who's current, relevant.
Yeah, but that was the NFL. It's a different animal.
Yeah,
it's a completely different animal.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I don't know how invested he would be.
Right.
But if he were. Like if he comes out and says, "Yeah, I want to coach again. I want to coach in college football," would you do it?
No, my answer is no. It's still no.
Wow.
And some other school may go for that.
Listen, about 10 years ago, I wanted Butch back. I ain't even lie.
Mm-hmm.
Butch Davis, I would have taken him in a heartbeat.
Right. Now, if he stayed in coaching, which is what he did, then I would have welcomed that. But Herb went from what was an embarrassment here, and he hasn't gotten back in any form or fashion.
Catastrophic embarrassment.
Yeah, and he hasn't done anything. So, no. The answer is no. No. 641-1010. You guys let us know what you're thinking. We'll stay in the world of college football. Back to your Jags. It is XL Primetime on a Rebound Rehab Thursday. Gorgeous day outside. Get out there, and if you are feeling fit, take yourself a walk, a run, play some golf, whatever it might be.
XL Primetime from the big number 1 Duval Ford Studios.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coatings. We coat it all: garages, pool decks, driveways, and patios. Be the envy of your neighbors.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop special deals. Order a 50-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 and get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off a 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow, mirrors cut exactly to your style, fogged or broken glass replaced, decorative tabletops, windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval!
Custom home builders, fed up with your electrical and low voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedules? Denny Thompson here for Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation, no hassle. Your homeowners will love the new Tyson showroom. Home builders team up with Tyson for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
Wish you had your own pit crew? Now you do. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Pull in, stay in your car, and watch the team go to work. A full-service oil change in 15 minutes. No appointment necessary. With multiple convenient Jacksonville locations and a 4.7-star national rating, Valvoline is also ranked the #1 quick lube in customer service by Forbes. Get fast, trusted service every time. Valvoline Instant Oil Changes of Jacksonville. Your pit crew for everyday driving.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Barry Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab. With 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Love Rebound Rehab. They help get me back to 100%. Peroneal tendonitis, nearly an Achilles tear. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I was able to come back strong with the team of physical therapists. So make sure you check out reboundrehab.com. They can definitely put together a game plan, not only with visits there, but then also beyond that. When you're at home, you got your app, you go on, you can see all your exercises and basically report back and keep an eye on your progress and make sure it's real and lasting. Make sure you check out reboundrehab.com. All right, there's all sorts of opinions as far as Drink is concerned and whether or not he would be the next guy. John Summerall's another guy that has been discussed quite a bit. And it just from a optics point of view, John Summerall would be one of the worst paths that Florida would go down.
He's already taken himself out.
After going, I know, I'm just saying, after going down the same path before when they hired a Sun Belt guy or a group of 5 guy. In the case of Summerall at Tulane, he has done good things, may make it to the playoff. So tell us the latest.
My guess is he's already got to deal with Auburn. And
Yeah.
he's gonna, and it will be announced after Tulane finishes its
Yeah,
season.
and so he could go to War Eagle, and I don't think they get knocked nearly as much if they go that route versus an LSU. His name was linked to LSU there for a while.
No,
versus
because
an LSU or
they
Florida.
tried the former Big Power Conference coach with Hugh Freeze, and it blew up in their face.
And they also tried a outside of the Power 5 at that time, and Brian Harsin.
They're kind of like a higher behind Florida. Florida tried it with Mullen, eventually blew up in their face. They tried it with Freeze, blew up in their face. Florida went to Napier, and now they're going to go to Summerall.
Yeah. And it's so weird because you can get a great guy out of a lot of different situations. One situation is not the only recipe for success. Do you follow what I'm saying? It can't just be the guy. You can go, okay, wait a minute. Let's find the guy that learned under a great coach, which is why they were looking for the Kirby Smarts, the Lane Kiffins of the world, the Mario Cristobal's, all of them that learned under Nick. And then Florida goes out and gets Jim McElwain, who learned under Nick. And that was a disaster. You can get the coach in waiting, Will Muschamp. He was under Mac Brown. They go and get him and say, hey, he's being groomed. He's ready. And then you go get the proven guy that has done it in another spot and can't quite duplicate the success at his most recent stop. There's no rhyme or reason. There really isn't. Drinkowitz, off the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Dude loses to every ranked team and only has 10 wins because he had the easiest schedule. Fair criticism, because you are looking for guys that can coach up his team in big ball games, win the biggest of ball games. Now, he lost his quarterback this year for Bula. That didn't help him at all. But does he fit that DNA of a big game?
Doesn't he play the same schedule, SEC schedule, like Florida?
Yeah, but if you take a look at it, there's some forgiveness in that SEC schedule compared to some of the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, pull it up.
A lot of this is also timing. Like Lanning became available after the 21 season.
Right.
So it's all like, when do you have an opening and who's available, right? Because Lanning was waiting for the right job.
Yeah, Dan Lanning went from Georgia to Oregon.
Right.
And he
went to Oregon because Mario left Oregon to go back home to Miami. So it's all about timing. A lot of this is. And last year was Florida's mark. That if they don't get Kiffin this year, they're going to look at last year and think, we blew it. Because we could have had him then without even any of this nonsense. It would have just been, as soon as the season's over, the Egg Bowl's over, he's going to Florida. It's zero nonsense at that point.
Yeah, imagine.
But instead, they decided to double down on Billy Napier. And that's their prerogative. That's why Scott Strickland makes a lot of money. and he made the decision, and the decision didn't work out.
Yeah, and he did funnel a lot of money to get a lot of good players, but if
They
you don't
got a
have-
lot of good players.
Yeah, that's what I just said. But if you don't have the right guy, then you're not going to get enough out of these good players that you would expect. Coaches can deliver on that promise if you have the right coach.
Absolutely. Well, not only that, and I know a lot of people are mad at Scott Strickland, and he deserves some of the criticism, no doubt. The guy you really should be mad at is Billy Napier. That's the guy you should be mad at.
Yeah, he sucked.
They gave him everything, everything he could possibly want. Staff, everything.
Yeah.
Money, NIL money, everything. And he was 21 and 23.
Yeah, full support from an institutional and a financial point of view.
Now, that said, you can definitely blame Scott Strickland for being slow on the trigger. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
He did not follow the Jeremy Foley, what should
Eventually
happen,
be done,
what should eventually be done must happen immediately,
Yeah.
however he says it.
Yeah, but we all went back and forth, and thankfully Scott Strickland at the very least saw the light and realized that he had to get rid of a guy in season to start the
He got a
ball
little nudge.
rolling. Oh yeah, well he needed a nudge because look, he was not doing the things that he needed to do as a leader of a pretty big time program to get it done. All right, so we look at this entire landscape, and we started talking about ranking jobs over the last couple of days, really over the last couple of weeks. And if Auburn does get John Summerall, they'll be pleased. Virginia Tech gets James Franklin. They got to be pleased with what they've got. And you start to take a look at some of the other jobs. Where are the other holes being filled in, Matt? What are some of the other bigger names?
I mean, it all depends on how this plays out. If Lane goes to LSU, then you're, or LSU or Florida for that matter. Then then you've got an Ole Miss job. Then somebody could get the Ole Miss job. It's the dominoes that fall.
Yeah.
Is what you're looking at as far as what other jobs could be open. I mean, let's see what happens with Oregon and USC this weekend. Like if Oregon blows out USC,
right?
I think you might see Lincoln Riley moving. That's been some of the scuttlebutt. We'll see. We'll see. If you're a Florida fan, would you take Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, I like the idea, but I have of recent note called him a really good half coach because he ignores one side of the ball. And
he's also, by the way, in a very similar situation as Florida. He's in a great geographic footprint to recruit.
Yeah.
They've given him everything he wants money-wise, right? And they're still they're still kind of eh.
Would you take Lincoln Riley?
For y'all?
Oh, come on now. Be kind, big sirs. Of course you would. Hey, if Mario doesn't get it done, I'm not saying you're going to run Mario out of town, but I'm just saying, generally speaking.
Would Miami take Lincoln Riley?
No, just a big program. Should a big program be looking at Lincoln Riley as a viable option?
Absolutely.
To run their program.
You got to bring a coordinator with you. Like you said, one half of the ball.
Let's just say if you lose this week.
See, now there you go with the funk. Don't do that.
You lose this
He's
week.
doing it again.
And then you lose the following week. And you're 8-4.
That's not happening.
I know it's not, but I'm just saying. In a doomsday scenario.
Yeah, doomsday scenario.
Would you take Lincoln Riley?
No.
Okay.
I'll be pissed off at Mario. Probably text him a couple of times.
And Dillingham's not leaving Arizona State. He's just not.
Yeah, and he's one of those bright minds. Jed Fish, a handful of these other guys have been thrown out there. I was just kind of curious as to whether or not there were any other ones that are floating to the top. Like we were talking about, who was it, Morris at North Texas, a respected cat. Zach Robinson, who's in Atlanta now in the NFL, is getting some love, taking the Stillwater job at Oklahoma State. So there's definitely going to be some other names.
So, Matt, so here's the scenario. So Lane goes to Florida or LSU. Does either one of the teams panic and scrambles and just take somebody, or is this going to be something thorough in which they're going to interview?
I think they both have a plan B right now. And
you just said Florida had Lane or nothing.
No, the fan base. Fan base.
Okay, gotcha.
I think Florida definitely has a plan B.
Okay.
And it will be quick. And I think LSU has a plan B too, and it will be quick. And if he stays at Ole Miss, I think they're both going after the same plan B, which would be drink. So that'll be interesting.
The governor of Louisiana having to pivot and figure out where he's going to go next if he doesn't get his prized pupil. Now, he's the one who's also been saying, we need to stop paying all these guys all this money. He's going to throw every bit of money at Lane Kiffin and every bit of power at Lane Kiffin to see if he can land him. We're talking about Governor Landry of the state of Louisiana, who right now pretty much feels like he's running the university, the athletics department, and he's about to put on a coach's visor and a whistle, because that's how bad he wants to make this hire.
And then if either one of them, whoever misses out, let's say Kiffin stays at Ole Miss, and then whoever misses out on Drink, then where do they go?
Okay, so back to the Summerall thing.
Then you kind of like circle back to like a guy like Jed Fish, who I know Florida fans are not happy about.
He's a decent offensive mind. He's accomplished a fair amount.
Did great work at Arizona, rebuilding that program. Great work.
He hasn't necessarily taken off at Washington the way you might have expected in his second season up there, right?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're not bad.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got a good quarterback there too.
Played a good game against,
which he would bring to Gainesville, by the way. So.
Yeah. All right, so let us know what you're thinking about a guy like Jed Fish, 641-1010. You can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It is XL Primetime. Back to your Jags coming up on a Rebound Rehab Thursday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. The Jaguars prowl in the Valley of the Sun. One team flies, the other bites. Stuck up on cactus juice, it's a duel in the desert. Jaguars, Cardinals. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
Movember is Cancer Awareness Month, so educate yourself on the risk factors for prostate and other cancers. Take charge of your health. Many cancers are highly preventable. Trust the physicians at Ackerman Cancer Center. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 20th, 1977, Walter Payton rushed for an NFL record 275 yards.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mokama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mokama magic is what it's all about. Mokama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mokama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Hidden Hills Golf Club on Monument Road has a little bit of something for everyone. So whether you want to practice, play, or just relax with friends at the Hills Grill, Hidden Hills is the place for you. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors. With great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors. Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card, and you get an additional $15 card for
free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday, off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farrah and Farrah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL. 1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. Tuesdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Getting close to the 1 o'clock hour, XL Primetime on a beautiful Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Fired up for the weekend, for what's coming. Your Jacksonville Jaguars on the road after what they delivered at the bank. Hopefully they can deliver it in the desert as well. And Big Sirs, bring up the note, the thought that you just brought up in the break, because if Liam Cohen could keep it going, okay? Now, let's not forget, Doug Peterson in his first year in Jacksonville was able to will his team to the playoffs at the end with the come-from-behind wins, everything that did happen. He was able to make it. It didn't last. But you threw out an interesting thought.
Yeah, I saw this online. I think it was called Let's Go Jaguars. And they showed that Liam Cohen was, in the history of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the quickest to win 6 games. Only took him 10.
Mm-hmm.
Took Tom Coughlin 17 and Doug Peterson 14. So, got to keep it rolling.
Yeah. That's really a pretty good number, especially given where they were. It's not like he inherited a great bunch, but he has put himself in a situation where they were able to get out of the box hot, weather the storm, now back to where they're starting to win a few more games. Yeah, if he can do that, that'd be pretty good.
I take it all day.
Yeah, yeah. And so
I mean, if you're talking about 30 years of coaching,
Mhm.
he's the first guy to do that.
And
That's
TC,
the
fastest to win 6 games.
That's got to be
That's special.
And TC obviously was building from the ground up. Now when we go back and look at the history of the way that they took those expansion franchises, they gave them a little extra in terms of the ability to sign and maneuver in the draft. They definitely helped them, but it took him a little while. A 4-win season followed by a trip to the postseason in his second year. But Del Rio had to go through a rebuild. The roster wasn't great. The team had overspent. You can go down the line with all the other guys. Malarkey was only given one chance. We know he didn't get there.
Doug Marrone.
Yeah, and then you can go. Marrone was able to do it in his first year. Is that right? He was an interim of 16.
Did he get 6 wins in 10 games?
Yeah. I don't know if he did. I have to go back and look because they ended up winning 9 games
Doug
that
Peterson
year.
didn't get 6 wins in 10 games. They had to go on that little run.
At the end. Well, remember, a lot of things fell in place in 2017. But I'd have to go back and look at the record and see whether or not that's the case. But if you think about what he has been able to do in a short amount of time, especially if this football team can go in the direction that you were trying to get them to go in right now, important, really important.
Well, I mean, it was like what we were talking about yesterday. He's got to get the good players to play great, and he's got to get the average player to play above grade.
All right, hold that thought. Let's go into Leon's locker room because that's really what it comes down to, because he did something this past week that shocked everybody. And I do think we got to give the coach, the GM, the EVP in Big Bo credit for basically reviving this franchise when they were coming out of one of the stinkingest losses ever. And you think this might be a theme continuing? Hit it, man.
Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right. We got Wingstop has got a special deal this Saturday and Sunday. All right, you use promo code JAX10, you get $10 off 50 wing pack online or use the app. So let's go back. 1996, TC second year in the league. Came down here, it was dinner, him and Wayne Weaver. He told me, Leon, you come here, you're going to win ball games. We're going to win playoff games. Hell, we might even go to the Super Bowl. And I looked at him. I was like, what are you talking about? I said it was inside voice. Y'all are 4-12. What are you talking playoffs or Super Bowl? But listen, that's what TC had. You're right. The NFL gave the Jacksonville Jaguars a little bit more incentive, more cash. more opportunities to build their rosters, but they never expect them to have the kind of success that we had early on. That quick, not year two.
No.
But TC was able, and he was a driver. He stayed on you. He was able to get the most out of his best players, and then he was able to elevate the guys above their grade. And that's the way we played. The one thing about our team back then that I see in Liam's is that we were tough.
Yeah.
Now, we were tough last week. Now, the week before, I questioned their toughness. But if that team can play the way it played this past Sunday against the Chargers, who will be a playoff team, and you get on a nice little roll, doesn't matter who's going to be in front of you. If you have that success of winning, whoever it may be, they're just going to be in the way.
Yeah.
So that's what you're hoping your team gets to the point where they get on the roll, get momentum going into the playoffs, and I don't care who you are, Bills, Chiefs, Broncos, that's it. They're in the way.
You know what? Chargers may not be a playoff team because they may be head-to-head with the Jags and lose that head-to-head.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
That's true.
Yeah.
It very easily could happen.
There's a lot that still has to be accomplished. Yes, yes. And I don't even want to remind people of where they were and what eventually happened. But, yeah, you got to know, as important as it is right now, the finish line is the finish line. You can't say, hey, if the season ended today, we're in the – you got to get to the finish line with this bad boy to make it count.
You're at like mile 17 of a marathon, mile 16 of a marathon.
Yeah.
You got a long way to go.
Yeah,
you still had a little leg season up, a couple cramps.
Listen, if this was a 15-round
Maybe
bout.
other things.
Got to go to the bathroom on yourself.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, man.
If this was a 15-round bout, this is about round 6.
Yeah, exactly. That's really how you have to look at it. And it may be deeper into the calendar or in the season. In some people's minds, you're like, wait a minute, they played more than that. But no, it does feel that way. By the way, out of the executive high-level meeting is
I'm back.
Yeah,
I heard there was a couple slip-ups. I asked Joe specifically, don't ask for anything special. And I come back and the kid's like, Joe asked for 2 things. And I'm like,
hey, listen.
I don't know who to blame, you or Joe.
Well, I had to put him through the ringer. I had to test him because Aaron wants that pressure. Okay.
I heard you wanted this.
That's it.
Yes.
That's the thing we were looking for more than anything else because it is
I'm
now.
glad I was able to help you with that.
Like we had,
It's like a dying pelican is what that is.
Like
Seriously.
there was paparazzi outside of our new viewing window. Like we're in a fishbowl here, so there was a paparazzi waiting for that, And
Demanding
you can see if you're on YouTube.
like people taking photos.
Yeah,
Yes,
they were waiting
demanding
for
it.
it.
They wanted
Yeah.
they wanted the dead
I
pelican.
heard that we're not going to get that for much longer.
Yeah.
I think we're losing our access to the outside.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yep.
hopefully not. But they wanted it, and you were able to deliver it. The crowd has diminished just a bit, but it has been pointed out on YouTube
Felt like a petting zoo.
It is a rolling and strolling lunchtime crowd out there that's just kind of just checking on us and seeing what we're up to. All right, let's head into the 1 o'clock hour. It is XL Primetime. Rebound Rehab Thursday. Very important stuff when it comes to charitable giving when we talk about the J Fund, and we have one of the guests of the J Fund and the families that have been affected by childhood cancer coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Real fans know there's more to a championship team than offense and defense.
Plus the kicker, honestly, is like one of the most important guys on the team.
Each week, Superior Plumbing spotlights the special teams player of the game on 1010XL.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
It's hurricane season. Find out what you need to know about the Canes on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
I'm JJ LaSelva, and I'll keep you close to Coral Gables.
Proudly protected by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve on 1010XL.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
If you need a holiday gift idea, let Kuhn Flowers handle it for you. Hi, Flying Jacko here. Simply go online to KuhnFlowers.com and look at the wide variety of floral and plant arrangements. That'll make someone's day this holiday season.
Celebrating 30 years in Jack's Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 and a 4th room free with a canned food donation. Plus $75 off air ducts as well. Book online anytime at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Zero Res. Florida's football game against Tennessee on Saturday has been sold out. It marks the 17th straight sellout at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium for the Gators. Single game tickets are still available for the Florida State contest on November 29th, but tickets are going fast. Fans can purchase tickets at FloridaGators.com. We will also have the game for you right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Right now, 81 degrees at 102. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
So about this time next week, it's the 1 o'clock hour, okay? And I'm just envisioning that out of the oven is coming the big bird right about now, okay? If you're going to have, I don't know, like say a 3 o'clock or a 4 o'clock meal, Matt, does that sound
Pretty
right?
late, man.
Well, I'm just thinking, some people do it late. Like we will probably do somewhere around 2 to 4. but the bird needs to come out around noon or 1 o'clock. Let it cool down.
Yeah.
Okay. So about this time, you may have already had your cranberry, your stuffing, your turkey, and you'll be around family. And so this is a great time to be thinking about family. And we have a J Fun guest, and we're going to be talking a lot about the J Fun over the next couple of weeks leading up to our J Fun Radiothon. And we have Stacy and Cambry with us. Stacy, welcome in. You need to lean into that microphone and say, "What's up? How you doing?"
What's up? How you doing?
Are you doing good?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right, now you got your daughter Cambry with us too, and we want to tell everybody, first off, how you all are involved with the J Fund, and that'll help tell the story. But it's one of the families on the First Coast that has been affected by childhood cancer. So just tell the folks a little bit about you two.
In March 2023, Cambry was diagnosed with leukemia, and from there, we just went down the road of all of these changes without a plan. And J Fund was came in and swooped us up and helped us on the journey very much. We can't thank them enough, and I've witnessed how much they help the families, even their team members. They're just awesome.
Now, Cambry, we saw you last year. You look fantastic, by the way. Congratulations. How has the last year been for you? Just how you feel, how you've gotten better, how the J Fund has helped you and your family.
I've been feeling fine.
Jump right in there, Cambry. You got it.
How does it make you feel? How does the J Fund make you feel, the way they help your family?
Happy.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little nervous,
It's okay.
but yeah, she's been able to go on camping, a lot of art things, we just went to the Jaguars. We were actually on the field,
Nice.
and it was pretty cool to be and have that experience, and it was all sponsored by the J Fund. So we get to do a lot of things that, a lot of people don't have the chance to do, unfortunately, in this situation, but it's still a great situation. And she finished treatment in July, so we're now a normal kid.
So finished, Cambry, all the way through it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. That's worth a round of applause right
Yeah.
there. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Stacey, is you said that these things, unfortunately, came to you guys because of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But my gosh, everything that you've done, just talk about how that has relieved a lot of pressure from your family, from what you're going through.
Just because you're having to take a lot of time off work, one of the parents has to hold it down, and then, getting there. So, food, gas cards, holidays, they took care of the families, took care of us for sure. And now we're at a point we would love to be more involved to help them too. And I think that everyone needs to know how great this organization is, and every dollar that's donated is helping a family now, helping a future family, and helping those that don't know they need it either.
And so give people just an idea, and they can easily go to tcjfund.org, and you can learn a lot about the J Fund. And we hope that we have so many passionate listeners that are with us, have been with us for a long, long time, but we also have new people that are tuning in all the time. So give people an idea of how they can help the TCJ Fund.
Just donating anything that you can put out there. Every cent, every dollar counts, and it goes to a wonderful organization that provides so much for families, not only the children, but also the parents, the siblings. They include the whole family.
I mean, it's such a rare thing for you guys to not have to, with all the stress that you've got going on. Like I used to always say, when my daughter had leukemia, I used to always think, I don't have the bandwidth to deal with all this stuff.
Mhm.
I can deal with this and this, but I can't deal with that and that. And that's what the J Fund allows you to deal with, that and that, right?
Yeah, they definitely stepped in. I mean, we were in the hospital for a month right before Thanksgiving, and they just jumped in and made it, a really good holiday for us because we weren't able to plan or get anything done. So they stepped in and helped without a question, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. Now, we're looking at a number this year. Is it 115 that we hope listeners, people who want to help the TCJ Fund can do, because now 115 families on the First Coast are dealing with the diagnosis of childhood cancer. So like you said, anything they can afford to give would be welcome.
Absolutely. I mean, please do it. You're doing it for a good reason, and good things come to good people who do good things.
Yeah, it's a great way to say it.
That's 115 is a lot of kids.
Yeah.
That's if you're going down to that Gainesville for that Florida game and you see that 85-man roster around the field, you throw another 30 on there. That's how many kids a year are diagnosed with childhood cancer.
It really is something else. And like we said, when you do find that out, the answers are not always there for all the questions that you have. And that's where the entire team of the J Fund comes in. So we'll be reminding people as we go along. The Radiothon is Wednesday, December 3rd. You can go ahead right now and donate. You can make it a part of your monthly budget, tcjfund.org. Stacey, anything else we want to remind them of as we get ready for this Radiothon?
Just take the time out of your day to donate for a good cause, for a good reason, and I promise you won't feel like you're making a mistake. You're helping a lot of families.
Camry, are you having fun back at school and so on? Enjoying yourself?
I guess.
What's your favorite subject? What do you like the most?
Reading.
Reading? Okay.
Nice.
And those big, thick books that you read, can you read in real fast? Yeah?
Probably not.
Well, at least you're reading, okay? Open up your mind. That is awesome. Well, listen, congratulations. You feel and look great as far as full health, right? Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so Camry and Stacey Hicks, make sure you guys find out about the J Fund, tcjfund.org, and that Radiothon. We couldn't be more proud of the people that support this cause through our radio station and the Radiothon every year. Our goal is what? Close to $300,000, which we met our goal last year, and hopefully we can do it again this year. Thank you to Stacey and Camry, and don't forget tcjfund.org. Make sure you log on.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Injuries on the playing field can affect a team's place in the standings.
It's part of the game, though, rehab.
Listen for the Farah and Farah injury update.
Jacksonville.
The official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Get the real story from people who know the beautiful game best. The Coaches Show, presented by Sporting Jacks with Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Ballum. Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Jacksonville, DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
Well, Jaguars are on a hot roll right now, heading from the bank to the desert. So let's go rah, 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 and say hello to Ryan O'Halloran. He of the Florida Times Union, columnist for the Jacksonville.com website, which you can go and peruse. Ryan O, how you doing, bud?
Good, fellas. Good to join you again today.
A big win, one of the bigger wins that you've ever witnessed from this football team, a most complete game that perhaps you've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely complete. I mean, you look at it, it was the 13th largest by point margin. You know, the ones I saw were 44-7 over Baltimore and London. I think that's the only one on that list. So, but now you got to do it again. You're probably not going to win by 29 again, but you know, start building some momentum as you head toward the holiday, and start beating teams you should beat.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, this team was unrecognizable, to be quite honest with you, on Sunday. I'm talking about the way they pressured the quarterback, the way they stopped the run, the way they ran the ball, and the elimination of the penalties. And I saw after in the locker room where he said, this team plays better pissed off, because everybody was piling on them last week. So I just think this team should play that way week in and week out. Do they not?
Yeah, I think so. It's sort of develop that kind of edge that you can do it week in and week out. I mean, if they run it 47 times every week, chances are they're going to win every week. But I think 30 to 35 should be a goal. And I think Liam Cohen did hit on something with, hey, Travis Etienne, give him 15 to 16 carries, see what Tootin can do, same amount of carries, and then mix in with Quint Allen. So I think that was a key. And then you mentioned Leon, no offensive penalties in the game for the first time this year. It's just amazing when you don't false start, don't line up wrong, how much more on schedule you can be as an offense. And then to me, the big thing on defense was that four-man pass rush a week after Liam Cohen called them out and said, hasn't been there all year. They rose up and they took advantage of a bad Chargers offensive line.
Ryan, you cover the team. You've spent one-on-one time with Liam. You kind of know who and what he's all about. Do you think he trusts this team? Do you think that it's still not earned yet?
I bet he trusts certain guys. Does he really trust the quarterback in every situation? I mean, that's got to be really earned. But I think he trusts a guy like Etienne. I think he already trusts Jacoby Myers because just look at the plays he's calling for him. So, and then on defense, I think he should feel pretty good about, hey, this team can stop the run. They're second in the league. Now it's about, hey, can you really count on that four-man pass rush and not have to blitz so much and send that extra linebacker? So I think with a first-year head coach at any level, it's a week-to-week thing. You learn something more about your team each week, and And it would have been fascinating to be behind the curtain last week to see, okay, what was his tone on Monday, and then how did he start building them back up on Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah, because it is. We're talking with Ryan O'Haller, and you can definitely check him out on X, and of course Jacksonville.com and the Florida Times Union. And the build them up or tear them down, whichever order you go in, it is a fascinating piece of psychology that a coach has to figure out. And do you believe that Liam is figuring out a little bit about himself in terms of how to handle these situations?
I think so, and it's the push-pull, and I'm sure he's learned from his coaches, and his dad was a coach. And, I think after a devastating loss like Houston, you can't really, beat them down anymore because they're doing that themselves. But I bet this week he's saying, hey, 35-6, this is a what have you done for me lately league. If you go out to Arizona and lay an egg, that win's not going to mean anything. You're back and you're really needing to win a lot of games in a row to make the playoffs. So, I think what you saw in the locker room yesterday was a group that, hey, has saying they have a lot of respect for Arizona, which they should, because the Cardinals' record stinks, but they have a lot of good players, and so I think that should be their mindset when they get on the plane is don't stub their toe against the team they should beat.
Ryan, I know that's Liam Cohen's job to do week to week, but here in media world, we're looking at the next 4 games as an opportunity to put this team, to submit this team in the playoffs. I mean, you gain some momentum. You win these next 4 games. You got momentum going to the playoffs. You shouldn't fear any team after that, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I think if they win against Arizona, I think they are making the playoffs, because I think 10-7 is going to get you in. And and think about this: is by the time they kick it off in Phoenix, they'll know the result of the Colts-Chiefs game. They may be able to say win over the Cardinals, and they'll be a game behind the Colts in the division, with 2 head-to-head meetings left, and 2 against Tennessee and 1 against the Jets. A much easier schedule than the Colts have to finish up the season. So, if you were to say, well, they're not going to catch the Colts, I disagree. If they win, first of all, they're in the 6th spot, not the 7th. And if they win and the Colts lose, that division is right there for an opportunity. So I think that look ahead to their schedule. You get through this game, I'm already looking ahead. Okay, then you got to beat Tennessee on the road. I don't care what you've done in your team history. The Titans are terrible, and now all of a sudden you are coming back home for 2 games with an 8-4 record.
But not only that, an 8-4 record, and you still got. And this is what you said. You disagree with people say they can't catch the Colts. All they got to do is beat them twice, and they've caught them.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're 8-4 and you beat them twice, you're in really good position, are you not?
I think so, because you look at the Colts schedule. They still got to play. They still have to play the Texans. They still got to play the Niners, the Seahawks. So they still have a lot of, as Hacker would say, a lot of tough putts left. So
he's a golfer. You're right. It's a good call.
But yeah, it's but they have to take it one a game at a time. Our job is to look ahead and forecast, hey, this is what they could do over their next 4. But, I mean, what I would love for Jaguar fans is this team to win their next 2, come back here, play a home game against the Colts with the division lead on the line.
All right, so let's hit a couple of the bigger injury pieces of news. Trayvon Walker with a knee, and this is straight from your timeline on X as far as ones that you did not see when they came out onto the field. Jarian Jones with a quad. Yasir Abdullah, we know that he definitely has been dealing with it. And then Chuma Odoga as well. You put a question mark next to his name. And then other guys, non-contact for ETN, for Gardeck, and for Jordan Lewis. I think it's good news, Ryan, when you see Jordan Lewis at the very least out there and participating.
Yeah. That is progress. The Walker thing is concerning, guys, and this is why yesterday they did about as light of a walkthrough as you could imagine, and he wasn't out there even participating in that. That's a concern. Jarian Jones wasn't out there yesterday, but they said he was limited. He wasn't out there when we were there today. So they're sort of getting low on defensive backs. So I think I think Lewis will have to give it a shot. So injury. The list is long, but I don't think they're in totally bad shape, and we don't even mention Brenton Strange. I think he'll be activated off IR on Saturday. They have an open roster spot just for him. Mm-hmm. So, and I think he'll be good to go on Sunday. That's my anticipation. So that'll be big for the offense.
All right, so let's switch to college real quick. The team in Gainesville. Last week, the motivation was playing for your potential next head coach. Do they have anything left in the tank? It's a big rivalry game against Tennessee, no doubt about it. Do they have anything left? And can they finish out strong against Tennessee and another big rival, Florida State?
I mean, I give a puncher. I mean, I think they would beat Florida State. Tennessee, I mean, you're right, Matt, is okay. You've played hard for your interim coach in a rivalry game against Georgia. You've played hard maybe for your future head coach last week. Okay, now what's the motivation? I mean, it's going to be a big crowd. It'll be a Saturday night in the swamp, so that's that should get your juices going. But I think if Tennessee, if you're Josh Heupel, you say, hey, if you're able to tempo it up and get to a lead, this Florida offense is not capable of doing much of anything in terms of like really outscoring a team. So, I mean, I think Tennessee will win a close one, but maybe like 27-20, that kind of thing. But at one of these games, and it may be Saturday night, where the Florida players are going to say, for one, and they really just get embarrassed. But that may have been the Kentucky game.
Yeah, because it was a bad one. It was the biggest win for Kentucky, I believe, inside the conference since beating Vanderbilt in 1998, a 30-point victory for Kentucky. All right, are you willing, Ryan O'Halloran, to stand on the tarmac at Gainesville Regional and just wait to see if Lane lands? Okay, are you willing? The one dude in Louisiana had 421 followers. You got more than that on X. Okay, it's safe to say. Are you willing to do that?
I am willing to drive to the Gainesville airport. I am willing to give a $50 bill to the air traffic controller and say, call me when Lane lands, and then I'll be nearby. So,
yeah.
But
get the burner out. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's as far as I'll go on that. And to me, that's Matt can relate to this. That's the good side of being in my role now, is I don't got to chase this stuff. Yeah. I just wait for it to happen.
It is the truth. All right, so they can check out one good piece that you have at Jacksonville.com. You have many, but this one I wanted to focus on real quick before you leave, and talking about. And maybe these are baby steps, Ryan, but the Liam-Trevor relationship is growing. He's forcing Trevor into uncomfortable situations. Trevor threw a terrible pass, which was an easy pick for the Chargers defensive back, but he was able to weather that. What do you think of what you've seen so far and what your column is about?
Yeah, I think that second half he went 8 of 11. They added to the lead instead of giving it up as opposed to the Texan game. So I think that was a positive step for Lawrence. And I think the basis of the column now up on Jacksonville.com is do it over a full game and do it over several full games in a row. I mean, you've been meeting with this head coach now every day for 6, 7, 8 months. Mm-hmm. You should have a comfort level. And I give Liam Cohen credit going with the wristband. He's trying everything to get this quarterback to be more consistent, trying to get him not to overthink, trying to let it go, play with decisiveness. And you saw that on a couple of throws over the middle. And they don't need Brian Thomas. I don't care about Brian Thomas playing anymore. I mean, because these guys are going over the middle, they're catching it, they're not dropping it. Get Strange back, and that should help the passing game. But I mean, it is the Cohen Lawrence thing is evolving every week because it has to, because it's such an important relationship.
Yeah, find the guys that make you successful as opposed to drive you nuts. And we'll see if Brian Thomas Jr. is driven by this and become inspired over it. Like, hey, I want to be the number one. I want to be that guy. Now we got a guy that Parker Washington's proven that he can go across the middle and be tough. Obviously, Jacoby Myers in a short amount of time has proven the same thing. Maybe you do get to free up BTJ and let him do his thing going deep.
Yeah, I mean, for Brian Thomas, the goal right now is get on the field, make catches, because you are showcasing yourself for your future team. Because I would shop him in the offseason. I don't care what I get back.
Interesting. All right, bro. Good stuff as always at Ryan O'Halloran on X. You can check out Jacksonville.com and pick up the Florida Times Union. Rah, rah, rah. We appreciate it, buddy.
All right, fellas. Take care now.
All right. So
you're going to give him that rah, rah, rah nickname whether he likes it or not.
Yeah,
you know that,
he's
right?
accepting of it. He blushes every single time I say it.
All right.
He does. He likes it.
So can you explain it?
He already has, and I still don't understand. Go ahead.
Ryan O'Halloran.
So it's rah, rah, rah. Yeah, and I tried.
Because I didn't get it. It took me a month.
Yeah, I tried at one point with the ROH, and that just didn't stick.
I'm not sure it cooked with him either until you explained it to him a couple
scream
times.
the way I wanted it to. Hey, listen. This is Ryan O'Halloran approved. I asked him. I said, "Are you good?"
That's good enough.
Yeah, he's like,
as long as he's good with it.
It's like I kind of like it. And again, it's a bit of a cheery sound too.
The columnist was taken.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He doesn't want the columnist.
So I'm giving him something else. All right. Let me give you guys something else. Let's stay in the NFL because we're going to get back to college in just one second. But fire up the ukulele for me, please, sir. Oh yeah.
Perfecto.
I love the ukulele on a Thursday, right?
Oh,
perfect weather outside.
Yes, so soothing. If you don't have toes higher than your head right now, there's something wrong with you, man. I even walked down the hall, and Greg, one of our sales guys,
that's his thing.
That's his thing.
Feet up on the desk.
He's so Ron Burgundy,
He
here,
is.
man. Like everyone's taking over the Hicken rules.
I'm just
put your
like,
feet
how
up.
much money's being made over here? Jeez.
Yeah. Greg, Double G, he's getting it done,
He
man.
is.
All right, well, put your toes up. See if you can get them higher than your head. That means you're in a good spot. Let's go from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Oh, with a delicious Mexican lager, a cerveza. Found in Baja, imported by surfers for those who live life anchors up. All right, this past week, fellas, like we saw Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen when they do get going, Big Stars. It is encouraging. We like to see the quarterback wearing the other uniform get hit a lot and get on the ground, and they were able to do it. But at the top of the charts this past week, Myles Garrett, my gosh, man, was he doing work, okay? He was just a shop wrecker in the backfield with the game that they were playing. He had a career-high 5 sacks in Week 8, 4 sacks in Week 11. So that's 9 over that, if you count those 2 games.
Two
Week
games.
8, Week 11. 4th player since 1982. And that's when they became aware of making a sack an official stat. It's one of the craziest things ever. So since 1982, the 4th player with at least 4 sacks, 2 games, same season. You got me? 4 sacks, 2 games. same
Imagine
season.
having an edge on your franchise that gets you 4 sacks one game and 5 another game.
It's incredible.
I'm going to say J.J. Watt.
Okay, so you're looking for 3 of them, all right?
All right, I'm going to go, let's go with Lawrence Taylor. That's got to be the obvious one. Reggie White.
Derek Thomas.
Derek Thomas is a good one, too.
Kevin-
That might be your 3
Kevin
right
Green.
there. So we need 4 or 3.
He's the 4th.
So you need 3.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with Reggie White.
4th player since 1982, at
Lawrence
least 4
Taylor.
sacks in 2 games in the same season.
Josh Allen, of course. No.
J.J. Watt's actually a good one, J.J. His brother might be a good one, actually.
I'm gonna stay with Derek Thomas, Kevin Green, and Julius Peppers.
Oh.
You might have should have gone with one of the first guys you said.
I'm going to go with
What do
Reggie
you think?
White.
What'd you say,
Lawrence
Leon?
Taylor, and J.J.'s brother,
TJ. All right, the only one that we have hit
Dang.
is the one that he mumbled you said. Reggie
White.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor's not in, huh?
Nope.
Hang on, so there's 2 more.
Reggie did it in 1986 as an Eagle.
So Derek Thomas, he said it's not one either.
Rest in peace.
Leslie O'Neal.
What's your boy, Aaron Donald?
No.
Are these-
this
are
is
these-
all right. Real quick, one of these is another. He's not an also-ran by any stretch, but he's not thought of often enough. Also in the 80s, and then
Charles Haley.
Nope. I'll just give it to you. Carl Mecklenburg. Because you never get
Bronco.
him.
Okay.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, he was a Bronco,
Bronco,
and
Bronco.
he's not mentioned enough. But Leon knows he was a damn good player. 85 with Denver, and then the other guy within the last decade did it wearing an Arizona Cardinal uniform, not named Calais. Chandler Jones.
Wow.
Yeah. Chandler Jones was also a guy that probably was a little disrespected with his game. Not mentioned enough, but that dude had 2 games of 4 sacks.
Didn't he
or
have
more
some
in
off the
same
field
season.
issues?
Was he the
Or
one
was
that
that
he
the
did?
brother?
No, he
I don't
did.
even know.
Yeah, that was towards
Did he
the
have
end.
a brother?
I don't-
Didn't he play for the Patriots, right? Chandler Jones?
No, I thought he was.
but I think you're right. He did have 2
card and a Falcon, maybe. Jacksonville was trying to look at him as far as a big deal.
Yeah, he did play for the Patriots.
Yeah, he was Patriot?
drafted by the Patriots.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, completely forgot that.
According to AI, he suffered several off-field issues.
Okay, so I knew him.
Most notably his 2023 dispute with the Las Vegas Raiders, which led to his release for his arrest for violating domestic violence protective order and his subsequent no contest plea.
I was right.
Yeah,
not the best guy.
And synthetic marijuana.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, the only thing wrong with it is not real marijuana.
Right.
Come on, bro. Be a man. Be an
Synthetic,
adult.
synthetic though, you can at
It's
least
like
plan
gas station
plan a little
weed.
bit better. You know?
He showed up at a police station in 2016 in a state of distress reportedly after a reaction to synthetic marijuana.
Oh, no.
Yeah, usually,
he got so high, he went to the cops.
Yeah. Like, I need help, man. Here's my hands. I need help.
Please.
It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL brings the swamp to the first coast.
Guns it for the end zone. Intercepted!
Rocky Top makes a stop in the swamp.
Touchdown Gators!
Florida, Tennessee, Saturday at 7:30 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hey, Hicken here for Zero Res. It's Thanksgiving time, man. But listen, don't deal with the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters. Let the cleaning freaks do it. Get back to clean. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $149. A 4th room free with a canned food donation. Ideally, a full bag of cans, not just 1 or 2. Also, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Call my friend Zero Res right now, 28757, or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It spells the same.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that this team is close to being dangerous.
Oh, why would you say that?
Is that Billy talking right there?
Why would you say that?
Hey, listen.
I love it.
It's a keynote. Close. If the team plays the way they played this past Sunday, we're going to get on a nice little roll.
My God, he said that too.
Make our way into the playoffs.
Or maybe that was me saying that.
Mm-hmm.
We're close to being pretty dangerous.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is Jaguar version. It's coming from Big Surfs.
Oh my God, I can feel it right now. Next chapter, Monday morning. Let's go. How did they lose to this team?
We're not going to lose.
Lost 6 of 7.
Oh, stop it.
You literally just put the funk on them.
I hope you didn't just zap them.
No, we're good.
You put the Billy Napier funk on them.
No, this is not Billy Napier.
Those were Leon.
This is Liam flipping Cohen.
That's right.
Now. Okay.
Why would you do that?
Put a little pressure on him.
That's right. Ain't nothing bad about that.
Nothing wrong with that.
You did put pressure on him heading into the game this past week.
Yes.
You were ready to.
That's right.
You did.
Yeah,
There's no
Walker
doubt about
Little.
that.
And they delivered the goods,
They
right?
say they play better pissed off.
There you go.
So
They might be pissed off that you
did that.
That you mentioned Billy Napier with them. Yeah.
I didn't mention Billy Napier. These are my words. Those are Billy's.
We're close to being pretty dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like that he added in my opinion.
Right, in my
just
opinion.
like if it doesn't happen, just know. It's just
I
mine.
just kind of felt like it could.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
My takeaway is if you don't get Lane Kiffin, you'll get who you get and rally behind him.
Yeah.
Wow,
Rally
that
behind
should
him.
really get him excited.
Rally
Get
for
who you
Riley.
get.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't know what else to say. Rally behind him. At least it's not Billy Napier, right? I mean, honestly, they gave Billy Napier everything he could possibly want to build a championship contender, and he did everything except the actual coaching part of it, which might be critical.
Yeah, that is important. What they do on Saturday, right?
What's that?
What they do on Saturday?
Yes,
that is
what they do
important.
on Saturday is pretty important. So you might get a good coach. You might get a really good X's and O's coach who could take that really talented roster and do some damage. I'm telling you right now, if Kirby coached that roster right now, they'd win a national title. They're talented. But, I mean, they just got, they have Barney Fife running it.
One of our texters yesterday, and again, we take everything we get on X or the text line as gospel,
Yeah,
okay?
fact.
And we appreciate all of our nooners. By the way, one of them did send in a mock-up, and he's working on it, of the Texas Tech Rough Riders. So that's in your honor, Big Sur.
Cannot wait to see that.
He did send that, and he started out with just simple red ink. Like I think he took the Billy Gonzalez red marker away and put Texas Tech Rough Riders on there. But then another one sent in decommits. Again, this gospel or not, I have no idea. Decommits since the firing of Franklin, Kelly, and Napier. Franklin, 17 decommits. Kelly, 1. Napier, none.
The program recruits itself, dude.
We'll see. And the cash. The cash always helps.
It
But
does.
yes, both
I mean,
of
the
them.
program can't be Kentucky, but it recruits itself.
True, but Louisiana State and the University of Florida, they do recruit
That
themselves.
logo holds weight, as the
Yes.
kids say.
Yes.
Kids do say that. So does Scott
Penn
Strickland, by the way.
State's logo, maybe not as much.
Yeah, it's interesting, and we were talking about it in the break just barely. But does Pat Fitzgerald get a real good look from them as far as Penn State is concerned? There are a couple of other guys. Other guys have inked contracts and decided to stay where they're at. The Matt Rules of the world staying at Nebraska and so on. But I would
Fitz is
think
the guy.
Yeah.
Here's what Penn State's doing. They've got 4 wins. They have 2 games remaining. They play Nebraska home, and then they play at Rutgers. They're trying to give those kids the ability to, and the interim coach, to get to 6, to get to a bowl game, because I feel like those kids have been through a lot. You deserve a little bowl game. Fine.
They quit on their coach.
I know, right? Hang on. So let's say they
quit
lose.
on
Let's say they
Franklin.
lose to Nebraska this week. My guess is they will name a coach days after that, 2 or 3 days after.
Give Manny a chance, Penn State.
Yeah.
Don't be a coward.
Yeah. Manny dropped one this past week, though. It didn't help him.
He's dropped like 3 or 4 now, hasn't he?
He's got 5 losses. Yeah. I was just saying, he as a 4-loss team who lost to Tulane
With a $4 million a year quarterback.
was looking like they might have had an inward
To win the
path
ACC.
to win the ACC
Right.
and be the bid. And then he goes and loses this past week.
What about if you're a Duke? Do you just say, if you're the guy that runs the NIL, do you call Manny and say, I'm never giving you $4 million again. Never.
This
again.
is going to the
It's going to
basketball
hoops. It's going to hoops. I should have known better. That kind of thing. But honestly, yeah, they're a 5-loss club right now. And so I don't know.
You're not hiring Manny Diaz. It's not happening.
No, Fitzgerald. Anyway, there's
Fitz
a couple
is
of
the
other
obvious
names.
choice.
He's been out of the game for how long?
2
Two
years?
whole seasons now?
He was
that doesn't
fired-
make you rethink.
2 years since he's been screwed, you mean? Yeah, about 2
Well,
years.
whatever happened, he's been out of the game for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
2 seasons, though, was right towards the beginning of last season, though, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Abrupt, a surprise, a shock, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
They're not really, if you're talking actual years, it hasn't been 2.
Oh, it hasn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So at least it's
seasons,
worth
yes.
keeping an eye on because that is still a high-profile football program that right now we don't know exactly where they're going to go. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, All-Pro lineman and lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop specials. Order a 15-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 and get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off at 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and this Christmas, Leonard Truck Outfitters is helping you deck the truck. Stop by either Leonard location, Blanding Boulevard or Beach Boulevard, and register to win one of 2 fantastic prizes. A deck bed storage system with cargo glide installed by the pros at Leonard, or a commemorative Gators basketball championship basketball, and 2 tickets to the Florida-Georgia basketball game on January 6th. Just roll into either of the Leonard locations, scan the QR code, and that's it. You're in. You have until December 19th to enter, just in time for Christmas. Win a present for yourself or win it for a loved one or a friend. It takes 2 minutes. That's it. That's Leonard Truck Outfitters. Everything you need for a great-looking, great-performing truck.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months, and it takes a price lower than you want. Well, getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive the demand to sell your home. And they have this unbelievable promise and guarantee. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. If you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy are going to aggressively market your home, and they're going to get it. Anthony and Mary in Palm Coast said, we wanted to move back home closer to family. Getting max price was more important than a fast sell, but we had only purchased our home last year, so we didn't have much equity. After just 23 days of aggressive marketing with Chad and Sandy, they sold our house at the price we needed to make the move. Call the Jacksonville experts you can trust, and I recommend. Call Chad and Sandy at 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Remember your first magnificent cigar? Yeah, neither do we. But here's your chance to make the next great memory with an extraordinary A.J. Fernandez cigar. Join us at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road on November 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. for outstanding food, awesome prizes, and incredible deals on A.J. Fernandez cigars. Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road. It's more than a cigar store, it's an experience.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Off the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, we got your back, Leon. This ain't Billy Ball.
That's
Go
right.
Jags.
That's right.
Great from the South Side chiming in. He understands what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous doesn't just belong to Billy Nokia.
Exactly.
Okay?
You can't just hijack the word, the phrase.
No way, no sir. Another one did chime in on the text line, basically saying that he was going to go ahead and put his plan into action. He said he's hopping on a plane to Oxford right now to get Lane. He goes, I mean, if they have an airport. I don't actually know if they do. So
in Oxford?
Yeah.
Sure they do. It's not like this is like a private strip.
Right.
I mean, they're not landing jets there.
I think he's having a little fun, meaning it's small town Mississippi is what he's saying, okay? It is a landing strip. That's probably.
That's all it is. You got to fly to Memphis and then drive there, yeah.
Don't be so literal, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
Having
help
a
out.
little fun here.
Yeah,
Literally
come on.
trying to help out.
Come on. Yeah.
It's not like Gainesville has the
just
biggest
like I'm
airport.
trying to help you guys out
Hey.
with Belichick. I'm just trying to figure
It
out
is
what's
a
going
regional.
through his head. That's
It is a regional.
It is.
Okay. And down there at North Florida Regional, there's stuff happening there
Listen,
too.
as an Ocallan, I took many a flight out of Gainesville.
Yeah, and they can a jet can land there.
Yeah,
just as
I don't even
quickly
think
as
it's a regional one in Oxford.
I thought it was
I think
regional.
it's like the St. Augustine Airport.
That's
Is it?
Yeah, North Florida Regional. Yeah.
Can you land jets there?
Yes.
Well, it's much smaller than that. Then it's not that. Then.
Yeah, that's
smaller than
that was-
St.
I mean, it's like
Augustine's
little
airport.
prop stuff.
Wow.
That was our whole. Yeah, that was the punchline. That's exactly what it was. That's what he was going for, and he got it. All right, so here are some odds, real quick, and this stuff gets thrown out all the time, of course. But since the college football playoff did come out with the latest rankings, and these are potential matchups. Okay. You take a look at the first round: Tulane at Texas Tech. The Rough Riders.
Rough Riders. There you
would
go.
be a 19.5-point favorite.
The Rough Riders.
Oklahoma at Notre Dame. The Irish, a 7.5-point selection.
Hang on, real quick. By the way, bro, I don't think it's appropriate to say that because I think there were two Canadian football teams that were named the Rough Riders. Both of them changed their names.
Saskatchewan.
Why?
There were two, Ottawa and Saskatchewan.
Why did they change their names?
It was not appropriate apparently to the Canadians.
What is a Rough Rider?
I think he's just the
I
guy
thought it
jump
was just
on
a cowboy.
a bareback horse to get the job done, man.
I don't know what it is, but both of them changed their names.
You're more PC than ever these days. Okay.
I'm just telling you what happened. One of them is now, I think, like the red and blacks. I think that's what Ottawa is.
Well, this was America. How about that?
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, Edmonton changed. Remember the Edmonton Eskimos where Warren Moon won all those?
Why do you
Grey
hijack
Cups?
the show like this? Okay.
They changed their name too, by the way. They're no longer the Eskimos.
It's just a person who rides horses, especially one who handles difficult or wild horses.
Yeah, like Jimmy.
The nickname is from Teddy Roosevelt's volunteer cavalry regiment in the Spanish
See,
American
there you
Rough
go.
Riders.
That's it right there.
Anything
Canadians.
American.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Jimmy on Yellowstone, he would break a horse in a heartbeat.
He would.
Showed a skill set that few had.
Yes.
That's for sure. And I'm just going to go with it right now. Speaking of rare skill sets.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
If you were asked, Mr. Embedded and Shredded, how to describe your rare skill set, it would read...
I can peel shrimp faster than any person on the planet.
See,
so
I love
if that
this.
ever
How random
comes
is that?
into play, I'm your guy.
This is what
no
I
one
love.
peels shrimp faster than I do.
Okay, this is what I love.
I've always heard that.
We may have a challenge because honestly, Hayes, I hate to even admit this, we're like
That was Joe's too.
We're brothers from another mother because I had that. All right, listen, real quick story. I would just get my butt kicked in the crawfish eating contest, okay? I would get popcorn, clap, because I got like 9 bugs when it was all said and done, 60 seconds in or whatever. And I kept thinking to myself, you know what? If there's ever a jumbo shrimp eating contest,
Let's do
I'm
it.
your guy.
Yeah.
We may have to go at it.
That'd be great. I look forward to it.
I feel like I only have to pull 2 of the pieces of the shell, and I can get the rest of it out.
I can't explain it, but it's they just are butter in my hands.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
What about like crawfish?
I mean, I would trade it. I'd rather be able to dunk, but
crawfish close? Is that
No,
direct
I'm
cousin or
pretty
no?
good with
man.
crawfish
They're
too. But
hard.
for some reason, shrimp, it's just like
crawfish are tough. It is not easy. All right. Speaking of that, what do you think about adult co-ed cheerleading?
I think it's a great. I saw somebody mention this on Twitter. I think it's a great if you lose your fantasy football league, if you're the worst team. It's a great punishment that you'd have to join the local adult co-ed cheerleading team for a couple months at least. So that's what I think about it. I mean, I feel bad for Belichick. I mean, it's just
What's
just
going through his head, you think, when he's watching that?
Has bad form.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure
Give us a
something.
guess. Give us a guess.
I would imagine he's just kind of counting the minutes until he can be somewhere other than there.
Heave himself off a building?
Yeah, but boy, what a turn of events. So on that note, yeah,
We'll be talking about
lots coming up on the Franchi Show. We'll have Greg McGarity will join us to talk all things Gator Bowl and college football. We'll look forward to that. And we'll hear from Robert Hainsey. I caught up with him in the locker room, so you'll hear from the Jaguar Center today. All coming up on the Frangie Show. And Frank's pretty worked up, so we'll probably get into this Florida Kiffin thing a little bit too.
Oh, I've not heard much about that.
Yeah, it's a smaller story, but I know you've been following it.
All right, good. I am. That's intriguing because I have not. I haven't paid attention.
Thank you, guys.
I'm leaning in now on the Frangie Show.
Quick question. Do you think Belichick watches the film with her?
The breakdown.
The breakdown.
Okay, do you think he helps give her tips?
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He probably likes
From the
those
videos I've seen, she needs all the help she can get.
Wow. Co-ed
Are you telling me
adult
he helps her? You think he
cheerleading.
helps her with that?
No, joking, of course.
We are out. Rebound Rehab. We say thanks to them. Don't forget a dozen locations across the First Coast. Check them out, especially when you need to get back in the game. They can help you at Rebound Rehabilitation. We are done. Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, and JJ.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. When the defense delivers, victories